All right. Do we have anyone attending for the first ever Racing for Recovery meeting tonight? Please welcome. Anything scheduled anything you'd like at the end of the meeting here?
Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make their meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered by combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large. We have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. Meeting start time is 7 p.m. Please be on time. Turn off cell phones or ringers to vibrate and refrain from posting on social media during the meeting to show respect and courtesy to yourself and others. Please only one person speaking at a time. Please speak loudly so that everyone can hear. Proof of attendance is gladly provided. Turn in your paperwork prior to the meeting and you can pick it up at the end of the meeting. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of views on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity. So please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here will not be discussed outside of the meeting. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it is in progress because it is disruptive to others. Smoking or vaping should be done on the roof, as Todd would say. Out of respect for those who choose not to partake in that, please do not smoke or vape by the doors. Please dispense of all trash in the garbage can and do not litter on our premises.
Thanks, Dustin. Who has the guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery?
I do. Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines. 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovery individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent.
Read this right.
Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thanks, Other Mike. Who has what Racing for Recovery means to me? Anyone? None? All right, so we lost him. That's okay. Before we get started with the introductions, I've got one last book if anyone wants it. I'll take it. Joe? So next we'll do the introductions. If you've been here before, you know how this goes, but for our new folks, we'll go around the room and introduce yourself. You don't have to say you're an addict or an alcoholic. You may do so if it helps your recovery, but here at Racing for Recovery, we're more focused on who you are, why you're here, and how we can help. And we'll start with Dustin.
My name's Dustin. I'm here tonight because it's Monday night, and this is my favorite way to start off the week.
I'm Mike. I don't really have anything prepared to say. I love being here, and I love seeing everybody here. It's always a good time. Like I've said before, like my sobriety and my outlook on life has been elevated since I've come here, and I just don't want to keep coming.
Mike, I'm here because I need to be.
I'm Michelle, I'm here to support my son Mike.
I'm Mike, I'm here for the positivity here sport.
I'm Ron, I'm here to support this good guy Mike. His mom Michelle, my fiance.
I'm Connie, I'm Justin's mom, and I originally came just to support him, but I enjoy it so much that I like to come at least every other Monday.
I'm Jennifer, and just like she said, we came to support him, and we just watched him grow so much and fell in love with this place. So.
Go ahead, Joe.
I'm Mike, and I'm here for a friend.
I'm Chad, I'm here to keep learning.
James, I'm here for peer support and change.
I'm here for support.
Michael, I'm here because I believe in ways for recovery.
I'm Dave, I'm here to listen and learn from all the great stories.
I'm Scott, I'm here to change my life in a positive way.
I'm Roger, I'm here to learn and grow.
I'm Larry, I'm here because I want to be here and I love this meeting and I love seeing everybody.
I'm Aaron, I'm here for the positivity and to learn to get my life balanced.
I'm Troy, I'm here because life's tough and this place is making me tougher.
I'm Betty. I come for lots of reasons, but mainly tonight is because I want to be here.
My name's Frank, I'm here for the positivity.
I'm Charles, I'm here to support those who won't recover.
I'm Rob, I'm here because I
I'm Emily, I'm here for the positivity, peer support, and because it's a good way to start my week.
I'm Bob Joe, I'm here to remain teachable.
I'm Bob, I'm here because it makes me feel good.
I'm Leanna, I'm here to continue living a positive lifestyle.
I'm Kristen, and I am here to live a healthy lifestyle and, what's it?
I'm Paula. I'm here to learn a way of learn a new lifestyle.
I'm Dave, oh, sorry. I'm David, I'm grateful to be here after my correctional vacation. And I'm here to support all the mics.
I'm Deanna, and I am here to learn.
I'm Carl, I'm here to learn and for support.
I'm Steven, I'm here because I'm stoked on positivity.
I'm Bobby.
Oh, I didn't even see you there. Go ahead, Bobby.
What else?
I'm Bobby, it's Monday night and I'm here to learn.
I'm Dustin, I'm here to support Chrissy.
I'm Christine, here to learn.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mary Jo. How's everybody doing tonight? I came to Racing for Recovery for numerous reasons. Today I'm working on peace, some peace, and serenity.
I'm Heather, and I'm here to create a better version of myself and to support my aunt because I know how exciting.
I'm Josh, I'm here to continue to grow and move forward and to review this book.
I'm Ann, I am here for the book study.
That's all I'm here to listen.
I'm Amy, I'm here because I appreciate being with each of you.
I'm Nate, I'm here to learn.
Faye, I'm here to give and get support.
I'm Cindy, I'm here for the support, peer support, and to remain peaceful.
Chris, I'm here for the positivity, my peers, and to learn the stuff in the book.
I'm here to meet other mics.
Well met. I'm Patrick, and I'm here because I want to be here. There's a lot of good stuff in this book. This Monday night meeting is great, and it's good to be back.
My name's Eric. I am here for patience and balance.
I'm Courtney, and I'm here to keep growing and healing.
I'm Adam, I am here to be part of the solution.
I'm Courtney, and I'm here because, I just enjoy racing.
I'm Tiffany, I'm here to listen and learn.
I'm Daryl, I'm here because this worked.
I'm Dylan, I'm here to stay sober and keep learning.
I'm Steve, I'm here to learn.
Hi Pat, I'm here for positivity and to see all my friends.
I'm Esther, I'm here to support my son Michael.
I'm Michael, and I'm here to learn, and I just wanted to make an announcement. Mr. Charles over there, man, I look up to a lot, has 31 years. Wow. And that's a big deal.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm Jeremy, I'm here to learn.
I'm Brittany, and I'm here to allow more doors to open.
I'm Joe. I'm here because I love myself, and also I'm very fond to see Pat. I miss you.
Brooks, go ahead, buddy.
I'm Brooks. I come here because this is where real happy recovery takes place.
I'm Jeff, and I'm here because I believe in this lifestyle, and I always learn something new when I read out of this book.
I'm Anthony, I'm here because it's a part of my routine on Mondays, and I hear it's a pretty good book, and I love hearing everybody's perspective.
I'm Sarah, and I'm here because this is my home away from home, and I love being here. And there's a lot of good stuff in this book, so I come tonight for that.
I'm Tara, and I'm here to continue to grow.
I'm Candace, and I'm here for the support. I never really go outside of that, but I would like to give a shout out to Brittany, Tara, Chris, and Kyle, because my sister got married this weekend, and if they didn't give me the continuous support from away, I probably couldn't have done it.
I'm Brittany, I'm here to enjoy the process.
I'm Kyle. I'm here because I want to be, because I'm learning to love myself, and because of great peer support around here.
I'm Adam, I'm here to learn.
I'm Mike, I'm here for support.
I'm Kurt, like being here, just meeting everybody and just enjoy the group.
Everyone back there? John, go ahead.
I'm John. I am here for hope, inspiration, and support. Somewhere else I'd rather be right now.
I'm Megan. My mom's here, everybody. That's why I come.
My name's Zane, and I'm here to support my mom.
And I'm Mom, here to support her.
Glad you guys are here.
I'm Drew. I'm here to listen tonight, and it's awesome to see things open. Another reason why.
I'm Kimmy, and I'm also here to listen. I just need to start applying things that I'm learning.
Oh, I'm Des, and I'm here to learn, and I'm so happy that Megan's mom is here. I'm so happy. And her son.
I'm Randall. I come to Race for Recovery because it's gave me the tools to put my life back together, and I would be nowhere without this place.
I'm Tara, and I'm here to listen, and today I refuse to be another statistic.
My name is Matt, and I'm here for perspective and to put a smile on my face.
I'm Jason. I'm here because they left me, and because of stuff like that.
I'm Sarah, and I'm here to learn.
I'm AJ, I'm here to learn, get back on track, and to bring you guys another mic.
I'm this guy Mike, I've heard good things about your program, I'd like to come check it out.
Glad you're here, man.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm Lance, I'm here to heal and to learn.
I'm Terry. I'm here because racing has showed me that I'm a great human being. Everybody in this room is also great, so when you take a bunch of great people, you make an awesome environment, and for that I'm appreciative.
I'm Jalen, and I'm here because I'm happy with the journey I'm on right now.
I'm Jeff. I'm here to listen and just keep an open mind.
I'm Bill. I'm here for support.
I'm Matt. I'm here for the positivity and to learn.
TJ, I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn and to learn more about the book.
Did I miss anybody? Cool. My name is Joe. I'm here because I'm going to steal this from my friend Jason. They let me come here, and it's just part of my routine. It's a wonderful place to start out your week, and I get to spend an hour with all the awesome people. So, who has the answer?
Frank.
Of course.
By Donald G. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
Thanks, Frank. As far as announcements go, there's a race coming up. Stay tuned. Beyond that, I don't think I have anything personally. So, all right. As you can see from the introductions, our meetings are open to everyone who's affected by alcohol and drug abuse, self-destructive behaviors. So no topic is off limits. The book study meeting, so we can get into the book, but I usually open this up to anyone if they have anything they want to talk about, anything good, anything bad, anything in between.
I'll start by apologizing. My son learned to say dad, and he just, so he's not disrespectful, I promise.
That's okay. It's just Kai. Yeah. All right, so someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're on page 28 at Friends.
I think so.
All right. Who? Kyle, you want to read for me?
Sure.
Go ahead, buddy.
Friends?
Yes.
A real friend will tell you when you're being a jerk and then forgive you for it. A bad friend won't tell you when you're acting like a jerk and then blame you when you keep acting like one. Who said that? I did. It's my way of saying that the idea that friends should offer you unconditional love is nonsense. All love is conditional. If you abuse, humiliate, and lied to a friend for years, and he or she still sticks by you unquestioningly, you don't have a friendship. You have a codependent mess. In the twilight world of addiction, you have friends and you have enablers. Enablers, and I'll talk more about them later, won't tell you when your behavior crosses a line, even if it's for your own good. They might mean well, but they would rather tag along to the party than tell you that you shouldn't go. Sometimes these are the people who adopt your personal drama and make it their own because they consider their lives too dull. Basically, they are people with boundary issues. They're not assets in your recovery. Friends are tougher on you. They have clear boundaries for what's acceptable and unacceptable, and they will tell you when you violate those boundaries. Friends will give you all the love and support that you deserve. That's the key word, deserve. If you at least show that you're trying to be a good person, live up to your responsibilities, or most important, get off drugs or booze, they will be there to the end. They'll mop up, vomit, and bail you out when you get a DUI, but when you stop deserving their love, for instance, when you quit rehab for the 6th time and threaten to kill yourself again, they'll let you know it. They will hold you accountable for your screw-ups, and while they will never truly abandon you, they will let you know that their love is conditional. If you can't love yourself, neither can they.
Thanks, Kyle. All right, so a lot of good stuff in there. Can anyone relate to that? Go ahead.
I can completely relate to the whole part where it talks about having somebody hold you accountable for your screw-ups. My girlfriend might as well be an angel for it, and actually it wasn't because she was just enabling me or just like letting things go. She pretty much, she put the screws to me, even when I was doing the right things. She still does to this day, to make sure that I'm staying and doing the right things and reminding me of where I was and where I'm going. And I don't think I would be as far as, and doing as well as I am without her and for other people like that. Because the accountability thing, I've said that a lot during introductions at a lot of these meetings. The people in this room hold me accountable, and just it's kind of like a, what is it? Being accountable, it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's not like a trap door.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense what I just said.
No, I think I get what you're saying.
I don't know, I had.
Thanks, buddy.
I will. As soon as I leave.
Friendship's its own kind of, its own animal. You think that you got people in your life that are real close to you and they have your best interest at heart. One little slip up really shows who your true friends are. People that aren't there for you when you need them the most. I've made a lot of quote unquote friends when I felt it didn't seem as though anybody was there to pick me up. But then again, you know what I mean? Sometimes people that really have your best interest in mind, you tend to overlook them. At times, it seems like recovery is a big popularity contest. But the most popular person in the room is the person that's willing to reach out to you, show you empathy, and help you when you need somebody there to pick you back up. The people that I would consider the closest friends to me are my family. Because my family at any time aren't going to tell me exactly what I want to hear. They're going to be there to pick me up when I need somebody the most, and they're going to tell me when I mess up, A lot of times, it kind of hurts. It hurts to hear the truth, because nobody wants to hear the truth, Everybody wants to live in this delusional mindset that they've got everything under control and that life's swell and it's all, cakes and flowers. But at the end of the day, when you start getting real with yourself and realizing, like you don't have everything figured out, and you see the people in your life that tell you, like, look, dude, you're not that awesome, It's like, those are the people you should value the most. But at times, you really don't want to look at the situation as if those are your true friends, because you don't want to hear that you're not right, You don't want to hear that you don't know exactly what you're talking about, because at the end of the day, you always feel like you got everything under control. Lately, I've had quite a few people reach out to me and tell me, like, look, dude, you're a mess, get yourself back together and, jump back on the horse and ride it. I kind of lost faith in myself for a little bit there. Last week's been real tough on me, but it's crazy because, like, the people that came out of the woodwork are the people that I would never expect to be my true friends. And my true friends are the people that turn their back. I would never expect that to happen, But truly valuing somebody's opinion is really what it comes down to. Like, when somebody tells you you're wrong, and you can sit back and embrace that and really, justify the situation for what it is, that makes all the difference in the world. Like, I'm lucky to have the support system of my family, because regardless of the situation or whatever I've been in, it's like, they're always there to tell me, like, get it together, dude, and it's like, I want to be the greatest version of myself, but sobriety isn't always about yourself, it's like a 50-50 thing. You got to give and you got to take, but the hardest thing for me always seems to be my ability to give, because I'm so good at taking, and it's like, when you realize that your opinion matters as much as the opinion coming back to you in tenfold, and you really start to understand some more things, like, I think, I make mistakes, and that's just by nature, and I don't take pride in that, but I take pride in being able to fix the mistake that I've made, and that's something I've been struggling with a lot lately, but, there's a select few people in here that have had my best interest at heart, and a few that haven't, but regardless of the situation, I want to thank every single person for showing their true colors. That really means a lot to me, and my journey to continue to be the best possible version of myself. The guy sitting next to me at one point in time was my roommate, and like, his ability to be vulnerable to me shows me that I truly matter, because if he didn't ask me how I feel about something, then who am I, And it's vice versa, because opened up and shared a lot of things with me too. And you know, like, I'm glad at this point in time, and I'm honored to say, you know, Lance is one of my best friends, and I love him, and I'm always here for him. And we've been through a lot together, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, we're both gonna prevail. So, that's what I got to say. I love all you guys, so.
Thanks, Ted.
Hi, Megan. Okay, so I have two different kind of outlooks on friends. So me being a friend to people who are in sobriety the same way I am, you know, I'm kind of one of those people, like, if you put things out in the world, that's what, you know, that's what you'll get in return, kind of thing. So if my friends come to me with an issue or they've gone back out or whatever, my initial reaction is to be angry with them because I don't understand. We can joke, we can laugh, we can have a good time, but when it comes down to the serious stuff, you can't come talk to me about that. There's an issue with that, for me. But then, I'm comfortable enough with my friends where when I had an issue, even just last week, you know, I was going through some things and I was able to reach out to my friends and talk to them about it so that way I could make a good decision and continue on doing what I've been doing. And that's what, I mean, friends are going to be tough. Rachel says, they need to be tougher on you. And you need to have people like that in your corner because if not, everybody's just going to co-sign every single thing that you say, and that's not what I need to stay sober, personally. You can't agree with everything I'm saying because my ideas have got me right here. And, you know, sometimes I need people to challenge me. I need people's perspective to be different than mine. So that way, you know, because when you're in recovery, you know, the biggest thing is growth. And if you're not helping me grow, then you're probably holding me back. So I think there's so many benefits from being friends with people, you know, and having that honest and open relationship with other people that aren't technically your family, but these people are my family, you know, and these people are amazing people that, yeah, they're my friends, but, you know, I mean, they can also come to me if I'm in a messed up situation and allow me to see things from a different view.
Jason, go ahead, buddy.
I like this book. I've read it a couple of times now. Each time I read it, I think something else comes back. And I get the codependency. I get the accountability. I like what Matt said about, you know, his girlfriend holding him accountable. And, you know, I want to be sober today. I want to feel good today. So I want to put people in my life to not only hold me accountable, but to let me see how life really is a good thing. There's a lot of happiness. I can't minimize my actions. I've never slipped and fell on a crack pipe ever in my life. It never ended up in my mouth, never once. So I cannot minimize my actions. And if I take actions to put other people in harm, I hope they run like hell. In reality, you know, I know I'm very selective with who I bring around me. I protect what I have right now. I protect my sobriety, I protect my sanity, I protect my peace of mind. Because it's important to me. It's important to me how I feel today. It's important to me what I'm doing today to solidify where I'm going tomorrow. I care about myself today, you know. Sometimes I hear some things and I get frustrated. Because you spot it, you got it, you know. If I hear somebody say something or I see something that frustrates me, it's because there's something inside of me I've done or I'm doing or I'm thinking that's maybe miscued. A lot of you guys know that my wife left me in January. Yesterday on Mother's Day was the first time she held my hand in almost 5 months. And it was very important to me. It shows the work is, I'm putting in the work and it's being reciprocated. The emotions are being reciprocated. The honesty. Life is precious. Sobriety is really delicate. you know, and you gotta handle, I have to handle my day-to-day actions, with some integrity. If not, this will go away. I ask myself every morning, how do I want to feel today? And not once in almost 5 months have I said, do I want to feel like shit? You know, it just hasn't happened, so I'm glad they let me come here.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jason. This friends thing is tough, man. I remember when I was younger, when I was in high school, you know, my dad told me, because in high school it was like all about the friends and how you were and how, for me, it was how I acted with my friends, and it was all about a popularity contest. And my dad used to always tell me, like, all these people that you're friends with now, he's like, as you grow older, they're just gonna fall off. And you know, I'm 30 now, and I think I talked to maybe 1 or 2 people from high school. Like, it shows how much, you know, they really mattered to me now than then. But then, I was listening to what Terry was saying, you know, and friends in recovery especially is for me, is tough because, you know, this might sound disrespectful or something, but I don't mean it that way. It's, I keep my distance for a while with people in recovery. I've been here long enough that, unfortunately, I've seen people come and go. And for me, I don't like to get emotionally attached to somebody and then, you know, see them make a bad decision and then, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna drag myself down to you to pick you back up. If you wanna help and you know where to go, you know who to call, you know where to, this place hasn't gone anywhere, it's still here. So like, I'm real careful with friends in recovery, and that's not because I don't care about people. I care about every person in this room, but not everybody in this room has my phone number, and not everybody in this room, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't mean that as in a mean way. I'm just trying to say, like, especially in recovery, I don't know. In this atmosphere, it's hard to get close to people sometimes because I expect the worst most of the time, and that's just a personal thing, you know. It's, you know, there's a few guys that I've gotten close with that have been here for a while, and you know, those are the guys that I gravitated to, that were here before me and that were doing the right thing before I ever got here. And, you know, I stuck close with them, and it seems to be working pretty well so far. And Joe's one of them, in case you was on there. Thanks,
buddy. One of my mentors taught me that you are like the top 5 people you surround yourself with on a daily basis, so choose wisely.
Yeah.
If you don't know who those 5 people are, check your text log. And it's legit. I mean, and so I really appreciate what you just said, and I think it can be misconstrued in these kinds of environments. Though, is like, sorry, my heart's beating really fast.
Breathing exercise, coping
Coping skills. I think it can be misconstrued as snobbish or better than, and I only have 16 days of sobriety, so. But I think when, as addicts and alcoholics and people with destructive behavior, I don't know of anybody else in this room, but I tend to I can really draw somebody's story out of them, but then I never tell my own, which is one of my recovery things that I have to work on. But it also it becomes an issue in friendships where you feel like, you know, a friendship's a two-way street, I guess. And so it's hard, like personally for me, to share parts of my story or any of my story, but then I love to listen to everybody else's story and learn about them. And so I feel like a lot of the times with me, it's like a one-sided friendship where I feel like people walk away and they're like, I don't know anything about her, but I just poured my soul out to her. So, but I think it goes along with what you were saying as far as just having to really guard yourself when we are in destructive behavior and we're using and everything. I think a lot of the times we have no standards. And so like for me, for instance, with my family and the people that I choose to still talk to, that even though I'm in recovery, the standards that they expect out of me are asininely high. And there's zero room for failure. And so it's easier to keep my head down and just be like, okay, don't interact with anyone. So then perception is a reality, and if, you know, I choose to intermingle with somebody that chooses to use again, then I don't get drug into that and have to worry about that with anybody. Do you see what I'm saying? And so maybe that's one thing that I need to work on, is just learning to kind of let my guard down, I guess. I don't know if anybody else feels like that or not, but.
So I can relate a lot to what you and Dustin said, because I was much the same way when I first got here. You know, I would talk to people and they would tell me everything, just like you said, you know. So here I am, you know, with this expression on my face as someone's telling me their life story, and I don't reciprocate, you know. And it's not that I don't trust that person, it's not that I don't like that person, it's just, for me at least, starting out in sobriety, I had screwed up so many times, so many times, that I didn't want to get close to people, and I had gone through friends, girlfriends, jobs, bosses, everything, just because I was making very poor decisions. And coming in here and realizing that, at least in my opinion, and you stepped into something different, something awesome, I didn't want to screw that up. You know, I didn't want to make relationships with people, then go screw up again, you know? But just being around here and just listening to people and sharing when I needed to, it let me open up. So that way I got to talk to people, you know, that, like Dustin, who have been here, you know. I mean, when we first got here, I think we were like, oh, hey, what's up, man? You know, and
We wore the same shirt all the time.
we were, yeah, it was just weird, and now we're like, you know, running meetings together, and I don't think there's anything wrong with what you're doing. If it's helping you and you're moving forward, you keep doing it, and when you feel comfortable to take that next leap, you go right ahead. But I just wanted to let everyone know, I mean, I've been there, and I don't think it's wrong to keep people at a distance if you need to do that for yourself, just like it's not wrong to bring people in, if that's what you need to do for yourself. That's the beauty of this place. Everyone's journey is going to be different, but, you know, we're all moving towards the same goal. So, Mike, go ahead, buddy.
I kind of can relate, but I kind of look at things like, you know, I'm here for myself. I have to take care of number one first. And I came here with a lot of issues. And at first I thought, oh, be sociable. You try to get back to the old sociable Mike and be sociable. And after like 3 weeks, I found out that kind of wasn't working for me. Like I had to take a step back, look at things, and mainly, you know, there's things you got to work on to maintain sobriety. And one of the biggest ones for me is environment. So if the environment is, you know, if I see negative and the environment ain't right around me, then I'm going to separate myself somewhat from that situation. I'm an empathetic person, so I'm going to say hi, I'm going to be polite, but if I see negatives in you, then yeah, I'm going to probably kind of distance myself from that person. And Megan, it's great to see you. I know you had a lot of problems and a lot of struggles with that, so it's nice to see you guys here tonight. And you know, I got to take care of number one. You know, I'm here to protect myself. I came here with enough of my own issues that I'm not going to fix over 2 or 3 months to have to try to help somebody else fix their issues. So it's all about number one. I'm here for me, and that's my main priority.
Thanks, Mike. Deanna, go ahead.
Yeah, I like what you said, Mike, about, like when you got here, like, how you were real sociable or whatever, and then, you know, you kind of, I think, like, for me, that's how I was, and then, coming here, for me, was, like, really about finding myself and, like, figuring out who I really am, and what I like, and, you know, what's good for me, what's bad for me, because, I mean, let's face it, I've never really known. You know, I always thought I knew what was best for me, thought you knew who was best for me, you know, all that stuff, and it hasn't really gotten me too far in life. And so now it's like I'm like learning about myself, you know. And we were talking today about the correlation of like the people you're around and like how you're like the life of the party and all that other stuff, but how that like relates to low self-esteem. And so like that really hit me hard too. But then I realized like I'm totally cool with being by myself. For like without isolating and stuff like that, but like I can hang out by myself and like be okay and have, well, not full-on conversations, but I talk to myself. I'm very careful what I say. Before you locked up. But yeah, you know, and and I look at you know, a lot of the people that have been here for a period of time, and I definitely pull a lot of stuff from you guys. It's pretty cool, like, once I got quiet, I can learn, you know, because I don't know everything, you know, as much as I thought I did my whole life, knew it all, like I really don't, and that's okay. And so today I'm learning, and I'm learning how to be a friend. That's something I definitely never really knew what it was to be a friend, because, you know, I've always, what are you gonna do for me? Like, how are you benefiting me? What is your asset in this situation? You know, and that's just been my mentality, and now it's like, I don't want anything but the emotional connection with another person, you know, but, like Jason said, I'm definitely careful, you know, and I think like I've lost so many friends to poor choices that I don't want to say that I disconnect, because I'm learning how to be, you know, still be able to be a friend without fully getting like that heart, that soul connection, you know, and that's made it a lot easier, because it seems like I lose someone I know every week, or, you know, somebody I've had an experience with or whatever, and that sucks. But, you know, at the end of the day, I just want to be able to say that, I want to be able to say that I'm a good friend. You know, it isn't even so much how people are to me, but I've been a really shitty person, crappy person my whole life, you know, not my whole life, but a lot of it, and done a lot of really horrible things, and I fall short daily, and that's okay, because I catch it, but, you know, I want to be able to say that I'm a good friend, you know, I don't know, that's it.
Thanks, Deanna. AJ?
I think that, like, you know, talking about friendship as a topic, I think that, like, kind of need to look at it at its core. Like, everybody here, most people here at least, you know, some people are further along than others, but especially if they're new, there's a big sense of vulnerability, you know. And I don't think it's wrong to keep your distance at that phase, at least. You know, it's not bad to listen. I mean, you definitely want to put yourself out there and be social, you know, because that's will help you feel better as a person, have that social aspect of some type of friendship, but it's not exactly what you should be looking for right away. I mean, I think when you try to consider somebody as a friend, I think you should look for similar qualities, you know, or qualities that you want to see or build in yourself. Like, personally, I want, you know, to get my integrity back, accountability, responsibility, stuff like that. I mean, a lot of us here, just about all of us here, we've been through hardship, and hardship builds camaraderie and builds bonds, you know, so it's easy to confuse that with, oh, we've been through the same stuff, same stuff, so we're, you know, we're, we click, you know, so, we get each other, so we're instantly friends. It's not the entirety of it, you know. Aside from that, I mean, yes, that helps you, find someone to talk to, but at that point you're still an acquaintance, you know. I enjoy hanging out with and talking to a bunch of the people here in this room, but I'm still new. Everybody's still an acquaintance to me, you know. Minus you. We've known each other for a minute.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, how long for us even before we were friends? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Months. You know. So yeah, like I think while you have that, push yourself to be social and find more about that person. You know, find more. That way you don't hurt yourself in the end if they fail on their own, because they're not failing you, you know. And a lot of people look at it that way, you know, and then they want to, what's the word, isolate that person away from them, you know, or what have you. So I think the more, I mean, and then also before you can consider friendship even, or any kind of relationship, you know, you need to love yourself, or learn more, at least learn more about yourself. I don't really agree with the whole you need to love yourself before you can love another person type thing. I'm having a hard time loving myself these days, and I love my daughter with everything, you know, and so, I mean, that's right there, just goes to show you it's not true. But, yeah, you know, I'm still trying to learn more about myself, but as I do so, I'm looking for the qualities that I want to find in, refine in myself and build in myself, in the people that I consider to be my friend.
Good stuff, man. That was good. I especially liked how you said, and I don't think this gets, I guess, pushed enough, you know, if you've got a lot of friends in sobriety, and one of your friends chooses to make a poor choice, you didn't fail that person, you know, they made a poor choice. We welcome them back in with open arms, you know, that's not a question. So, and personally, I know I did that for myself too. I'd either blame myself, or when I went back out, I would just step away from everyone, because I'm like, I messed up, like, I can't talk to you guys. And they're like, what are you talking about, dude? Shut up and get in here, you know? So, I think that's good. Go ahead, Michael.
Before I decided to get or stay sober, I had to make a decision to walk away from Texas in general. But my mom would tell you she wasn't sure if I was going to be there when she got there to get me in prison, because I could have went with my ex. I spent 20-some years with her, and it was very codependent, very much so codependent mess. But I had to choose to walk away from that, or I would have never been able to choose to get sober, to stay sober. And I mean, there's stuff in this book from when in my personal notes from when I first started, that I'm sure says that I still missed her. I missed her a lot. I probably was in tears in the IOP room more than once over it. And that was the codependent. I almost call it a sickness. And now, my life is, back then I couldn't even be alone. I didn't even want it. I couldn't be alone. I told my mom not to trust me alone. Like, I hated being by myself. But now I don't feel that I'm ever by myself. My spiritual beliefs God keeps me company always. And with him at my side, and it's nothing personal. I don't really need anything else. You know, and I think, like in my relationship now with Jen, it's good. It's a lot different than what it was with my kid's mom. But I'm very cautious. Like, I'm very much not wanting that codependent mess. Like, I don't want, like, I've told her this, like, I want it to be okay if you're not there. Like, yeah, I'll be sad, but I'm gonna be okay. And the day that I feel that I'm not gonna be okay when that ends, like, that's the day that I end it, because I don't, my relationship most of my life was like another drug. Like, if she wasn't there, I was sick, I wasn't right, I was messed up. Like, I had to have her there all the time, and I really don't want that ever again. As far as like personal friends go, I think my actions decide or reflect enough to where people reflect away from me now. Well, it's like my shirt said, I've decided to live like Christ, and that's a hard way to live, and most people don't want anything to do with God. Like, that's really the most difficult, hardest way to live, and I'd say that a good portion of people in this world don't want to be around that because it's the harder way to live. It's very disciplined. I feel kind of like an outlaw sometimes, like way worse than I did when I was drinking and drugging and running the streets. Like it's kind of a lonely lifestyle, but it's okay because it's worth it to me. And so I mean, I think it's a lot to do with the way you act, who comes close to you, who reflects away from you. It's the same thing in my addiction, you know, like when I started doing heroin, the people I was just drinking and smoking weed with didn't really want to hang out with me because I was shooting dope in their bathroom, you know, like, and that wasn't cool with them. And nor was it really cool to hang out with them because they didn't have any heroin. So, I mean, it was my actions that reflected other people away from me. I just wanted to say to Megan, you're very lucky to have your son sitting there next to you. I'll admit, during the introductions, I got a little choked up. He's probably within a year or two of my boy's age, and I haven't seen him in 5 years. So yeah, you're lucky. Count your blessings. That's all I got.
Thanks, Michael. Terry, go ahead.
I heard a lot of people speak on the whole, when your friends or whatever fail, it's, beneficial for yourself to isolate yourself from them. But the thing that you also have to take into consideration is, those people, speaking from, my own life, those particular people may feel in their heart that they have nobody there for them. You know what I mean? They might feel lost and completely unmotivated. So if you call yourself a friend to somebody, it could make all the difference in the world to be that one person there for them, just to say, get back on the horse and ride it again. When everybody as a group collectively decide to turn their back on somebody, that doesn't really put the impression on the person going through something that they have anybody there for them that cares. And that can also lead them deeper down the rabbit hole. From my own personal experience, unfortunately, I chose to make the choice to go out and use again. I had a lot of people in this room that I considered a friend. Everybody that I tried to reach out to seemed as though they didn't want to talk to me anymore, which I could completely understand. But then I found it in my own heart that I could continue doing what I chose to do, or for myself, that I could stand back up, realize my self-worth, and continue moving forward. Something I did take from the entire situation, codependency really doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're going to have the ambition on whether or not you want to continue choosing to have a better life. It doesn't necessarily help or hurt the person for you to do that, but when you feel as though that you have a small family and everybody in that entire family decides to turn their back on you, that hurts a lot. You know what I mean? I was hurt by my own choice that I made. You know what I mean? Because I thought I was better than what I chose to do. But then I was also hurt to see that the people I thought cared about me didn't step up to the plate and help me whatsoever. Everybody decided to delete me off Facebook. Nobody wanted to talk to me, and that hurt. But like I said, I had to find it within myself to continue choosing a better life. I'm not hurt by it, you know what I mean, by any means. I am grateful for the fact what happened. But I just want to tell everybody in this room that may feel a specific way towards me that my choice of self-destruction is over with. I'd like to be embraced back into the family in which I was previous to the decision I made. And you know what I mean? Like, I love everybody in here. And, I understand why everybody did what they did, but, you know what I mean? Like, just forgive me. You know what I mean? Forgive me for the choice I made. you know, it wasn't right. And, you know, I mean, I can definitely use your guys' companionship, your guys' advice. You know, I need somebody there to pick me up. I'm not 100% at this point in time, but I need you guys. And, you know, I love all you guys, and I hope that whoever hears this will be there for me.
Thanks, Terry. I will say from personal experience that when I first got here, I did the same thing. I made a poor choice after being here for about 3 months and making a lot of good friends. And today, almost 2 years later, every one of the people that mattered of that group of people are back in my life. So, from my personal experience, no matter what you did, as long as your actions going forward show the right things, the people who matter in your life will be back in your life. As long as you keep doing the work and you keep moving forward. And I'm damn glad that you're here, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so we got Steven, Drew, then we're going to end with Charles.
All right. I just want everybody to know, specifically you, Megan, God is great. And here's proof right here. I prayed the last 2 days that your mom would come. And look what happened. I'm never ashamed to show what God does. God has kept me alive through some rough times. And he's done the same for you. And look what's happening.
Thanks, Steven.
Nothing wrong with that.
Drew, go ahead.
So, type of person that I've always been, very easy to get along with, and you know, I want to be everybody's friend. I don't want to, you know, pick and choose and do things like that, and especially when you start to try to rebuild your life. I've always like had a lot of friends, and I ruined it, and family, and I ruined all that. And coming back in, you kind of just dive headfirst into like, oh, we're all here for the same reason, which is true, which is correct, and we all do need each other. But in searching for that, you kind of, I gravitate just towards anybody who's going to be there. And I'm slowly learning that people are at different levels of their recovery, and people are in it for different reasons. And I don't have to be friends with everybody. And that's just like the self-care part of it for me, that I'm learning that, you know, I can say hi and be like sociable, but I don't have to surround myself with everybody just because I can. I have to be very wise in choosing who I surround myself with. One of my friends used to say, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies.
That's a good one. I like that.
And that's kind of where I'm at. I don't need a bunch of acquaintances to validate me. I need to have those solid few who are gonna call me on my BS, let me know when I'm slipping, and still love me, even though I might have made wrong choices and people might be hurt. They're gonna let me know that, but they're also, through my actions, will continue to come back and just be there for me no matter what. And that's just what it's actually like a process I've been going through like the past couple of weeks, like, so just, that's where I'm at.
Thanks, Charles, go ahead, buddy.
Still Charles Channel. I don't talk when I was sitting down. You know, first I want to thank God for this May the 13th. You know, we're doing drugs and drinking and all. My man was always in a foul, and our society kind of runs it down that from junior high, grade school, kindergarten, we want friends, we want to be accepted by somebody, and therefore, a lot of times, I would do things, and people still do things to cater to people so they can have that friendship. But in time, we learned that everybody can't be your friend. I mean, that's not, in reality, that's not how it works. But then, the further I can push back from the tree to see the forest, and the less I did what I was doing kept me in the illusion that this was my friend, that was my friend, and it's not so, you know. It's a hard road early on, but the rewards are great down the road when you take time to befriend yourself. And a lot of us, we don't get to that because we always want to add up to what we think we should be, and that sets the standard for us. At least it did for myself. If I tell something about God, well, when I had enough, it was in Chicago, 18 inches of snow. I had $1.68 in my pocket. I hitchhiked from Chicago to Texas. And Texas only gave me 11 days in a detox facilities to get back out into the mainstream. So being in here for how long, it's a blessing that there's a program where they give you time enough. So for the first 2.5 years of my addiction, I worked undercover. All of my so-called friends were drug addicts, or they were drug dealers I was trying to put away. So nobody could be a friend per se. And after that, I did not know how to help anybody as a friend. Everybody was at arm's length. It took me a whole year to find someone I was going to befriend that I could go ahead and be honest with, tell them where I had come from, tell them all the crap I had done to other people, to myself, to get so-called honest and just honest about everything. So, and this is a journey, Today is 31 years, I come here because I believe in this program because my sisters, I put them through pure hell. They did not know what was going on with me. They befriended me when I couldn't be a friend to myself. But after a year, I found some guy, I thought he was a cockhound, whatever they want to call that is. He was out chasing tail and all this stuff. But I saw him become somebody that I wanted to be. I saw him become somebody I could trust and befriend. So, you don't have to rush to make everybody a friend. I do this sometimes and I pull it back. I'm close to the tree. I got pulled back to see the forest and realize that God in His wisdom will allow a few people in your life that will truly be your friends. You ain't got to see them every day. You ain't got to tell them what's always going on, but when you need that person, they're not going to question you. Just like having a wife and a friend. Your wife might ask you, well, why the hell are you over anyway? A friend's going to come over and get you and then ask you, why did you go there? Help bring you back in. So, I'm going to be proud of this part is, this is a journey. It's a journey for life. And day by day it gets better. But God sees our hearts, our honest desires. And based on that, He'll put people in your life for the rest of your life that are going to believe in you when you doubt yourselves. And you just got to go ahead one day at a time. You wake up, whatever you did today, not to drink, not to drug, who you had to stay away from, just keep it as simple as pie. Keep it as simple as pie, like I said. And I'm going to keep coming around here for as long as I'm breathing. Anyone here, 31 years older or younger, you're very well needed because my ass is old. I'm 67. I don't have a foot in the grave yet, but I know the day's going to come when I'm not here. But I would like to know that some people took the time to take this thing called recovery serious. I was going to party from coast to coast. But now, no coke, no weed, no dope, no beer, no nothing because it's not needed. In my spirit, I have a love for an individual, wherever they are in life, knowing where they can go in life. If you just give yourself a chance and allow someone to get to know you. I say it all the time. Get a phone number from somebody, trust somebody. Ask somebody to befriend you on Facebook. Use that. Point your new friends. Those old so-called friends, that's all they are, so-called. Here's your new family, your new friends, and a chance to actually go ahead and be someone in this society, because we've got children who don't want to end up in here. And by we were doing here, they don't have to come to this. They don't need recovery. There's a generation we all can just crop to be as we want to be. Thank you.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right, who has the autobiography?
Got it.
Yeah, he's back.
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I'm lost, I'm hopeless, it isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it, I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. I walk down another street.
It's coming, everyone!